So this morning when I wake up, pick up my phone, I'm going through Reddit like I normally do, and I see this post. It's #1 on r/best of. And it reads, Redditor shares a passage showing a parallel between the transformation of Nazi Germany and the signs of it in the US today. Ooh, sounds spooky. And so I was thinking, wow, is there really a passage that parallels what's going on today, but in Nazi Germany? Is Trump Hitler? Is this really happening? And so you have this passage, right, this post here. That's a good quote. I hadn't read it before. I would like to take a moment to plug Milton Meyer's 1955 book, They Thought They Were Free. It's an excellent account woven from a series of interviews of the thought process and various complicities of average Nazis in the 1930s. And so right away, we can look at this quote, and I'm just going to say right off the bat, for those that don't want to listen to this whole thing, no, it absolutely does not parallel today, and it's absurd to think so. Each act, each occasion is worse than the last, but only a little worse. All right, that's awfully vague. I don't know what they're talking about. You wait for the next and the next. You wait for the great, shocking occasion, thinking that others, when such a shock comes, will join with you in resisting somehow. You don't want to act or even talk alone. You don't want to go out of your way to make trouble. Why not? Well, you are not in the habit of doing it. And it is not just fear of standing alone that restrains you. It is also genuine uncertainty. Uncertainty is a very important factor. And instead of decreasing as time goes on, it grows. Okay, look, I just got to stop right here because I literally have no idea what this is supposed to mean. It in no way reflects anything that I'm witnessing out on the streets. So, what does he say? One hears no protest and certainly sees none. And this is nominated for Best of. Seriously, this is right here in the beginning. No protests? The protests haven't stopped. There's a protest I think there's a protest today. There were like 2 protests yesterday for taxation. There was the oil spill pipeline protests. They happen all the time. You know, in France or Italy, there would be slogans against the government painted on walls and fences. Yeah. Wait, but there are. I just did a video on my main channel about some dude spray painting all over Washington, D.C. when Trump got elected, spray painting revolution and such. I really don't see how this passage in any way reflects today. And so when I read it, I immediately was just like, oh God, here we go. This crazy politicking. No, it's not Nazi Germany. That's absurd. And so I did something. I checked the comments on this best of post right here. And I was a bit happy. Here's the first comment. This is being regularly shared, and it is a very well written quote, but certain parts that there are no protests, that everyone is happy, are surely not applicable to the current US. Am I wrong in this? That's the first one. Someone calling it out straight up, but it gets better. Let's drink this one. We haven't had any coup attempts, hyperinflation, or world wars that we've been on the losing end of yet, though. Right. The context isn't there. We'll close that one. I absolutely despise Trump and do not want him or the Republican Party in office. That said, this passage doesn't describe what is happening in the US at all. It's counterproductive and frankly crass to broadly equate Trumpism to Nazism at this point. Wow. Rational people posting in this. And then what else we have is, as a Canadian, I think the anti-hysteria is absolutely ridiculous. He doesn't have near the power people are granting him. When I read these Hitler analogies, it sounds like a bunch of bedwetters worrying about spilled milk. I think it means the whole. So the whole American system is in place to prevent subversion by a single president. Trump can't even kill Obamacare or build a wall, let alone can he start rounding up Muslims and Koreans into internment camps. Get a fucking grip. Seriously. You know, it's what I tell people when they complain that they're like, oh God, Trump's the end of the world. And I'm like, what is he doing? Look, I don't care if you're a Trump supporter or not. He's being restricted at almost every step. He's struggling to get the travel ban in place, and we only have a temporary acceptance of it while the Supreme Court is deliberating on whether or not it's actually going to be allowed. So it's temporarily allowed. Building the wall has been a nightmare. Trying to kill Obamacare has been a nightmare. Trump's having a hard time doing anything, and people are acting like he's this despot with supreme authority who's going to start building concentration camps. I just don't, the conspiracy theorists used to be on the right, now they're on the left. Russia this, Russia that. Okay, hold on. I think Russia did some stuff, sure. I think you'd be crazy not to assume that governments are not spying on each other, but seriously, the idea that somehow Trump is an all-powerful despot who's taking over the world, or that we're in some Nazi Germany parallel. But then we got another comment here. Shady Crop. Jesus Christ, how the fuck is this best of material? I started reading these comments, and oh man, I just breathe a sigh of relief, because it's true. How is this number one? Like, people are upvoting this. That's what's scary. It's got 11,768 points, 63% upvoted. Most of the top comments are either pointing out how this is stupid and wrong, or hating on r/best of for its trend with these posts. When will these stubs stop the circle jerk? You can hate Trump, you can hate the Republicans. I got no beef with anybody for their political leanings, whatever, but when you start acting like we're literally in Nazi Germany, you've lost your damn mind. There's a few thousand KKK members. I think I did a video where it's like when you combine the National Socialist, the North American Socialist Movement, whatever it's called, with the KKK, you get like 11,000 people out of, what, like 200 million adults in this country, something like that? I don't know. This is all nonsense. But anyway, this is why it's on my second channel, because it's me complaining about nonsense. So thanks for hanging out, listening to the nonsense. I'll put the link to the best of in the description below, and subscribe if you haven't already, because there'll be more videos like this, and I'll see you guys later.